Down dog? Show me your down dog. Show me your down dog. Yes, yes, yes. Good job. Oh, up dog too. Up dog and down dog. Hi everybody, welcome to Mindful Monday. I hope you're all doing well. I realized I have these binoculars in my view here, and I was going to move them because I like to have like a clean space for you, but I realize that's very apropos for this practice. I wanted to work on our sixth chakra, our chakra that is associated with our ability to envision our lives. When we're in balance, when our sixth chakra is imbalanced, we feel able to trust our intuition, trust our instincts. We think clearly, we see clearly what's going on. And during this time of transition, we're a bit at a threshold of summer to fall. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to see what's coming, what's next. So I thought we'd practice, we'll work on the shoulders a little bit. So again, a strap is really going to come in handy. And we'll strengthen our shoulders. So if you have any shoulder injuries as we come into Dolphin Pose, which is also appropriate, because I was just talking about this dolphin excursion that I kind of stumbled into in Hawaii. Just yesterday I was sharing with my nieces how magically we were on this boat, and I said, you know, it's weird, we're seeing whales, right? Whales, it was a breaching time, it was January in Hawaii, and we saw lots of whales, it was magical, but I said, we're not seeing any dolphins. And all of a sudden, as soon as I said that, there was a school of dolphins just in a distance, and we kind of traveled in the boat closer to them, and then they started swimming with us. So we had this hundreds of dolphins, and my friend and I were sticking our foot down into the water, and it was like they were jumping. It was amazing. So in honor of the dolphins, we are going to practice Dolphin Pose. So again, if you have any shoulder injuries, feel free to modify, come into downward facing dog if that's more accessible to you, or come into child's pose. You'll get a nice shoulder stretch. So we'll talk about that at the time. So just to start, let's find a comfortable seat, prop yourself up, lengthen your spine, give yourself lots of space for the breath, and take the shoulders up to the ears and loop them back and down. And then just kind of settle into your seat. If you're comfortable, close your eyes. And allow your vision to move inward. Notice what that does. Perhaps you notice light filtering through your eyelids. And tune into your space. Notice sounds. Notice the temperature. Notice the sensation of being supported by the earth beneath you, the ground beneath you, the surface you are sitting on. Notice the sensation of the clothes against your skin. And bring your awareness, your eye gaze, to the center of your forehead. So it's almost like you're cross-eyed. And see if you can turn your gaze to the center of the forehead and just a couple of inches in. It's our pineal gland. And as you begin to deepen the breath, see if you can keep your gaze there, and just, it's a little bit of an exercise for the eyes as well. Invite a deeper than normal inhalation, filling up the belly, filling up the rib cage, and drawing the air all the way up, imagining the air filling you up all the way to the neck. And as you're ready, with your lips gently closed, exhale slowly through the nose. So closing the mouth, just take a slow exhalation. Good. Begin again, filling up, keeping that gaze in the center of the forehead. And a slow exhalation. Add in a little pause at the bottom of the exhalation. And then when you're ready, begin again, inhale. Pause at the top of the inhalation this time. And when you're ready, slow exhalation. Slow it down even more. Good. Generate this sense of calm. Sense of well-being, sense of belonging in this space, in this moment. Let's take 3 more breaths together. And as you're ready, blink open your eyes. You might switch the cross of your legs if your hips are starting to speak to you. And rub your palms together. Create some heat in your hands. And then take your warm palms and gently cup your eyes. And allow the warmth of your hands to soothe your eyes. Take a nice big breath in. And then a long breath out. Allow your hands to rest. Blink open your eyes. And take your gaze up to 12 o'clock without moving the position of your head. Just take your gaze up to 12. And then take your gaze down to 6 o'clock. Good. Again, up to 12. And down to the bottom, 6 o'clock. 6 on the clock. Again, up to 12. And then down. And then take it over to 3. And then take it over to 9. Good. If you've been looking at digital clocks, back up to 12. You have to think about the old time clocks, right? So just continue moving side to side, up and down. Maybe switch the direction. We'll take one more round. And then pause, rub your palms together again, get some heat going. And then take your palms to your eyes and gently soothe your eyes. Take a full round of breath, slow, pausing at the top and the bottoms of the breaths. And then release your hands, let them rest. Take your gaze up to 12 o'clock again. This time we will circle around the clock. Rock around the clock, just taking your eye gaze in a circle, one direction. Good. And then go the opposite direction. Go slow until you smooth out any wrinkles in your circle. I don't know if you can have wrinkles, but you know what I mean. Good. And then pause, rub your palms together one last time. And bring your hands to cup your eyes and breathe. Take a full inhalation, filling up. Imagine the air going into your eyes. And exhale, release, and take your 2 fingers and just give your eyelids a little massage. Good. And take your 2 fingers and just give your brow a little massage. Your jaw, find that jawbone. Open and close your mouth a couple of times maybe. Give yourself a little TMJ relief. And take your your fingers and just gently tap your forehead above the eyes. Take it down below the eyes. Take it to the cheekbones. And then down below the mouth, the jawline, the chin. Good. Excellent. Let's make sure our neck is nice and relaxed. Take your hands and give yourself one over the other, just a little neck massage. Ooh, that's good. And then release, shake it out. And then just pause here. Let your hands rest, palms open. Take a big breath in. Close your eyes one more time. Take that gaze to the center of the forehead one more time. Just pause, maybe swallow in your throat. Relax. And just notice. Notice sensation, maybe in the face, the head, the neck, the shoulders. Good. Take one more full breath. And to exhale, open your eyes, switch the cross of your legs one more time and reach for your strap. Now, if you don't have a strap, you can still do some of these shoulder stretches without a strap. You can simply take your arms in the same direction as the rest of us. But if you do have your strap, take it, hold on to it, take a pretty wide grip, and then lift it up and over your head and modify for any shoulder injuries that you might have, as I said earlier. And as you exhale the next time, see if you can take that strap behind you, so you might have to widen your grip a little bit. Good. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, take your strap forward. You might have to find that perfect width of your grasp. And just take some gentle, slow movements with your breath. So inhaling and exhaling as you lower. I'll take a few more. I'm getting into that entire shoulder. I did some shoulder work yesterday with weights, and this feels really good. Nice stretch. Move with your breath a couple more times. Excellent. Let's take it up and keep the strap in your right hand. Let it fall down behind you with your left. Take your left hand out to the left and take your palm so it's facing backward. And then bend at the elbow. Reach for that strap in the back. And then gently bend your right elbow so your hand is coming behind you. And see if you can reach up with your left hand for that strap. And then pull the strap apart. Yeah. So your hands are somewhere on the back of your heart. Your left hand might be, your right hand might be up behind your head or closer. Maybe your hands touch. See if you can breathe here. You can lean the back of your head into your arms. Let's take one more breath as you pull that strap from top to bottom. Take a nice long exhalation. Good. One more breath. See if you can stay a little bit longer. And then slowly release. Let's just let the strap rest for a minute. Rub your palms together. And then take your hands, clasp them, and send them forward. Stretch your arms. Good. Shake it out. And take the strap in your left hand. Reach it up and over. Bend that left elbow. Take your right arm out, palm facing back, and then bend that elbow. Reach for your strap. See where it lands here. One side's always a little more difficult. And see if you can kind of creep your hands toward one another. Lean back, let your head rest, and breathe as you pull the strap apart. Good. Good. See if you can relax your face. Relax your hips, even as you stretch your shoulders. Take one more full breath. See if you can breathe all the way up into the throat. And exhale. One more. Stay, stay. Won't you stay? And on your exhalation, let it go. Just place your strap down. Shake your hands out. Clasp your hands and then take some figure eights. Send your palms forward and stretch in that way without drawing your shoulders up. Just keep them in the sockets. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shake it out again. Move your strap out of the way. And we'll come to our tabletop. So pad your knees as needed. Smooth out any wrinkles. Let's go through some cat-cows just to get us kind of prepared. So draw your gaze up and your tailbone up as you let your belly sink. Inhale. And exhale, round into your cat. You know the drill. Press the mat away. Press into all 10 fingers. Use those finger joints to support the wrists. Good. Move through some cat-cows. Get funky if you like. You can take some figure eights. You can circle your hips. Do what your body needs here. As we warm up the spine. Good. Breathe in a little bit more. Breathe out. As you breathe out, really press that mat away coming into your Halloween cat. Should feel good. Good. And then come to stillness. We'll stretch the shoulders a little bit more. So send that left arm up and then thread it through, coming into thread the needle. Let the left temple come down to the floor. Keep your hips square or lift the right arm up to the sky. Good. Breathe in. Maybe take a half bind if that suits you. And breathe out. And take one more breath in. Lift your right arm up. And on your exhale, press into your right hand as you come back, lifting the left arm up, following it with your gaze. And then exhale it down. Good. Take it to the other side. Right arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale. Thread it through. Right temple comes down to the mat. Keep the hips nice and square. Take a big breath in, maybe left arm lifts, maybe flip your palm and come into your half bind. Good. On your next inhale, reach up. And on your exhale, press yourself back up. Right arm lifts on your inhale. And exhale, take your right hand to the mat. Good. We're going to bring our knees wide, come into one potential version of child's pose, with the option of placing your third eye, your forehead, on your block or the mat. Take your arms forward and feel that stretch here. Good. Breathe in. Fill up the entire back body. Breathe out. And take your forehead, just rock it side to side. Just massaging out the forehead. Take one more round of breath. And if your block's there, you might want to move it aside. We're going to take our hands off the mat to the right and then lower back down. See if you can maybe even claw your mat, drawing your shoulders back, getting a stretch in the left side body. Good. As you're ready, take it across to the left and send your right hip back toward the right. Breathing in, breathing out. Good job. Come back to center and gently walk yourself up. We'll come into our first dolphin pose. So to do that, bring your knees about hip width. Take your elbows down to the mat and bring your hands into prayer. You can also clasp your hands
I'm going to suggest prayer. Let's see if we can do that to give some added spice to our biceps. And tuck your toes. Gently lift your hips. Now again, this is where if you have any shoulder injuries, you might be so inclined to just come back into child's pose for a bit. But if you're feeling really good, see if you can take your third eye to your hands and just rest your third eye, that sixth chakra right on your hands. Good. And then press your hips back, send your heels to the floor, look back. Good. We're going to come forward a couple more times. If you're ready, and if you're feeling too much shoulder work going on so soon, come back into child's pose. We will meet you there. Let's come forward one more time. Send your hips back up, heels back down, and then lower your knees to the floor. This time, knees come together, hips slide back, and then take your arms back. Place your head, your third eye, on the mat or a block, and breathe here. Let your shoulders round forward. Good. Let this be your rest. Fill up the entire back body with breath. And see if you can sink your hips back a little bit more. Always the option to place a blanket between your hips and your heels. Good. One more breath. Let it go. And slowly come back up to your table. Take your knees hip width. Bring your hands back down. We'll take this one more time. So hands come to clasp or to prayer. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Come into your dolphin. Send your heels back toward the floor. Gaze back. Feeling those shoulders? Me too. Come forward. Maybe head comes to hands. And on your exhale, send your hips up, your heels back. Good. Let's take 4 more. Always the option to come down to your child's pose whenever you're ready. Building strength and resilience. Good. Move with your breath. And on this next one, send your hips up, heels down, gaze back. Take a nice big breath in and lower your knees, lower the tops of the feet. Send your hips back, child's pose. Good. Turn your palms up and let your forehead rest on the floor or a block. Let's take 3 breaths here. Soften into it. Good. Relax the forehead. Relax the brow. Relax the jaw. Sending a message down to the hips. Soften. Release. Good job. On your next inhalation, gently rise up. Good. Coming into hero's pose. We'll just pause here, giving our feet a nice stretch. So yeah, the tops of the feet get a nice stretch. Good. Breathe in. If this doesn't work for you, you can come to a seat. And we'll reach for our strap one more time. Take it up. Take your grip, wide grip. Take it up and gently lean to the right. You can take your grip a little wider, maybe even placing one hand on the floor and leaning a little more as you lift up, and gently turn your torso toward the left. Good. Breathe in, deep stretch. Breathe out. Slowly come back to center. Take your wide grip again, and then take your side bend to the left. You might want to take your left hand to the floor this time, leaning to the left, using your strap, pulling in opposite directions with your strap. Good. Come back to center. Take your strap behind you. Take your hands together, putting your strap aside. Clasp your hands.
Squeeze your shoulder blades, gaze up, breathe in, and breathe out. As you're ready, we're going to come forward into that rabbit pose that we practiced last week. So this time it's the crown of the head that comes to the floor, and keeping your hands clasped, you'll get a nice shoulder stretch as you draw your belly into your spine and round forward. Breathe. Good. 2 more breaths, maybe lift the arms a little bit more. Always the option to tuck your toes and bring your hands to either side of the feet for the classic rabbit. Silly rabbit. Take 1 more breath. Let it go. Slowly press your way up. Take your hands to the mat. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And gently lift your hips, coming into your downward facing dog. Take your blanket out of the way. Take a nice big breath in. Lift your hips, lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, heels draw toward the floor. Good. 1 more breath. And as you exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Come into your forward fold. Good. Bending your knees as much as you need to support your lower back. Take your hands to ragdoll or just let them relax. Hang loose. As they say in Hawaii, just hang loose. Shake your head yes and no. Good. As you're ready, release your hands and slowly rise. Rise on up, 1 vertebra at a time, taking your palms together above your head, gaze up, and then hands come down to heart. And here we are. Here we are, right here in mountain pose. How cool is that? So shine your heart, take your palms, face them forward, take those shoulder blades and draw them toward one another. Engage your legs by drawing your kneecaps up, and then press all 10 toes into the mat. Really active lower half of the body. Good, and then breathe in. Maybe test your balance here. Close your eyes. Bring that focus again to the center of the forehead. See if you can envision where you are in space with your eyes closed. Good. Slow down the breath again. Awesome. When you're ready, blink open your eyes. Inhale, sweep your arms up, come up on your tippy toes. And exhale, lower your heels, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway, lift up to your table. And exhale, take your hands to the floor and walk them out to your downward facing dog. Good, breathe in here and breathe out. Excellent, 1 more breath in. Good, and as you breathe out, look forward and step the right foot all the way up to the front of the mat, coming into a runner's lunge. You might want to use your blocks here, or just come up on your fingertips. Inhale, rise up, come into your crescent lunge. Send your fingertips up, frame those ears, draw the pinkies toward one another, but keep the shoulders down. So that right knee over the right ankle. Good. Pressing that left heel back gives you a nice hip flexor stretch. Enjoy this for 1 more breath in and 1 more breath out. Good. And then as you're ready, take your arms and fly. Send your fingertips back as you draw your shoulders away from the ears and lean forward, coming into this flight position. Good. Inhale as you rise up again. And exhale, open up to warrior 2. Spin the back foot flat and let the right knee track toward the pinky toe. Send your arms out from your shoulders. Good. Breathe here, gazing over the right fingertips. Nice big breath in as you flip your palm, lean back, peaceful warrior. And exhale, spin your back foot so it's facing forward. Take your hands down to frame the right foot. Take your left hand to the floor, right arm sweeps up for a twist. Good. Exhale, take the right hand to the floor. And inhale, take the left foot to meet the right. Hang in your forward fold. Find the forward fold that feels good for you. So maybe you wrap your arms around. Maybe you let your head hang. Maybe your peace fingers wrap around your big toe and you bend your knee. Let's take a couple breaths here. Always coming up slowly if you feel dizziness or lightheadedness. Good. This pose is so good for you unless it's not. So let it be, let it work for you. Good. Breathe in, root to rise. Come into your mountain pose. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. And let your palms face forward. Shoulders draw back. Gazing forward, nice long line. Engage those legs. And then see if you can close your eyes and test your balance. Good. Bring your gaze to your third eye, center of the forehead. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. When you're ready, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We'll step back with the right foot. Hands come to blocks or fingertips. And then gently root to rise. Send your arms up, framing the ears. Send your right heel so it's back. And then keep that left knee as much as you can over that left ankle. Good. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, find your gazing point, that solid, steady drishti, something that's not moving. And as you exhale, take your arms back, fly. Keep the shoulders drawing back, nice bright heart. Good. Leaning forward, finding that angle. Good. On your inhale, send your fingertips up and open up, warrior two, back foot spins flat. Pressing the right side of the right foot into the mat, sending your arms out from your shoulders, gazing over those left fingertips. Breathe in and breathe out. You want to send that left knee this time toward the left pinky toe, but essentially we're trying to keep it from collapsing to the right. Knees over ankle. Good. Breathe in as you take your peaceful warrior. Excellent. And breathe out as you rotate toward the front, spinning that back foot to flat. Take the right hand to the mat, take your twist. Left arm reaches. Nice. Exhale, lower that left hand down. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Come into your downward facing dog. Last dog. Enjoy your dog. We haven't walked our dog? Let's walk our dog. What'd you say? We haven't walked the dog? Just give it some cheese. That's what Sophie had right before this practice. Slowly walk your way back to the back of your mat. Come into your forward fold of choice. So many choices. And then when you're ready, root to rise. Come all the way up. Reach your fingertips up to the sky, and then bring your palms together. Come into your prayer pose. Okay, so I told you these binoculars were there for a reason. We've been watching this eagle out the window. It's just awesome.
Every once in a while it flies by and then we can watch where it goes, and usually they're in pairs, but we haven't seen the mate, so I'm not sure what's going on, but we're ready whenever we see it. So we're going to come into eagle pose to commemorate the eagle. So feet about hip width, lift and spread your toes and then press them into the mat. Sink down into your chair pose first. Feel that sensation of getting a little lower to the ground, but keeping that third eye facing forward. Good. And then slowly rise up. Let's take our arms out wide like an eagle. And this time we'll take the right arm under the left and wrap. So do what you can to wrap your arms. Maybe take your palms, your backs of your hands together, or if your palms will reach together, use that, use the strength of your arms and your shoulders to press those arms together. And then sink down into your chair one more time. We'll take our weight into our left leg as we find that gazing point. Good, and wrap. Good, so squeeze legs, squeeze arms. Think inward motion, looking inward. And you can even take your thumbs to your third eye and scooch down a little bit more. Good, breathe. Are you breathing? I know. So some of you will be able to wrap your legs. Some of you may have your foot on the floor. Find the eagle that works for you. One more breath. And on your exhale, fly. Let it go. Good, take some arm circles. Good, take your arms behind you, clasp your hands, send them down. Lean back, look up. Good, and on your exhale, release. Take your feet hip width, let's try it on the other side. Fly your arms out wide. Find your wingspan, your most, I don't know, wonderful wingspan. And then take your left arm under your right, wrap, palms come together, sink down into your chair. You could completely stay here, maybe come up on one toe, keeping your weight in your right foot, finding your drishti, that spot in front of you that's not moving, and then see if you can wrap your legs. So yeah, this is a lot. Squeeze in toward the midline of the body. Maybe take your thumbs to your third eye. Good, breathe here. Nice long inhales and exhales as you sink down a little bit lower. Maybe lift your elbows a little bit higher. Oh, so good. Are you holding your breath? Take one more breath in and use your exhale to fly. Yeah, good. Excellent. Shake it out. Shake it out. Reach your arms up. Exhale them down. Clasp them the funky way behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and take a wide stance on your mat. Toes face in, heels face out. If you like, come forward. Stop at half. Decide if you want to lower your head toward the floor and lift your arms a little bit more over your head. Press into the feet. Good. Breathe in. Relax the back of the neck. Breathe out as you lower your fingertips to the floor. Go ahead and bend into the left leg and walk your hands over to the left. Good. As you breathe in, walk your hands over to the right and exhale. Good. Take a couple more walks. And then come to center when you're ready. Bring your heels in, your toes in, heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in. Good. And bring them about a little wider than hip width. And then see, this might not be for you, sink down, come into your Malasana, squat squat pose. If this doesn't work for you, just come to a seat lengthwise on your mat and then lower your butte to the floor. Take your legs wide and sit up tall. Good. Flex your feet toward the ceiling. And we're going to take our fingertips forward and just take a gentle walk forward, finding a forward fold. So blocks are really nice here in this forward fold. You can take your forehead to the block and find a place of rest here. If you want to take it a little bit further, walk your hands further, take your block lower. Let's take 5 rounds of slow breaths here as we just settle in. Nice soft back of the neck. Relax the jaw. Excellent. Notice if you are holding on anywhere. So if the shoulders are feeling a little bit tight after that work, see if you can soften there. Soften the hamstrings. Relax the calves. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. And take a couple more breaths. See if you can relax and release a little bit more. All the hard part's done. Good. Notice if the back of the neck is tight, maybe rock that third eye on your block a little bit more. Soften there. Let the block hold you up. Good. Fullest breath today. Fill up the entire back body. And then slowly press your way up. Take your block to the side. Reach to the backs of the knees and draw your feet in toward you. And take some windshield washers right and left. Side to side. Good. And slowly we're going to come down to our backs, bringing your block with you. Lowering down, bringing your heels to the floor close to your hips. Lift your hips up into a bridge pose and slide the block on whatever level would feel good to your back. So you can try the medium or the lower level. Hotel or, no, not hotel, motel or Holiday Inn, probably not hotel. We're going to have a supported bridge, just a little rest in supported bridge. Allow the heart to open, snuggle the shoulders underneath you, close your eyes, bring your gaze to the center of the forehead, and breathe here. Nice full breath. This time we're breathing into the chest, breathing all the way up to the throat center. And a slow exhalation allows the block to support you here. Good. One more breath in. Stay here or bend your knees, send your feet up to the ceiling. And gaze at your pedicure. Point and flex, circle it out. And just find some stillness here with the legs up. So good for us, reversing that circulation. Good. Breathe in, one more breath. And exhale as you slowly lower your tippy toes to the floor, lower the whole foot to the floor. Lift your hips up enough to get the block out and then lower down. This time hug your knees into the chest, rock and roll side to side, or circle the legs out. Good. And go in the opposite direction. And then take a twist. So you can take your knees over to the right. They can land on a block or a blanket or maybe the floor. Take your left arm out and gaze in that general direction. If you like, you can take this top leg and extend it. I don't have enough room, I don't think. So if you like, and just breathe here in this twist. See if you can allow your shoulders to open up a little bit more. Allow the left shoulder especially to draw to the floor as you gaze in that direction. Soften here. Close your eyes. Look to the center of the forehead. We're all going to be so intuitive after this practice. Good. One more full breath. Then slowly draw your knees up to your chest and drop them to the left. I have room here, so I'm going to extend the right leg. Take your right arm out to the right. Allow that right shoulder to soften toward the floor. Good. Close your eyes. Breathe. Some people, when they're focusing on their third eye chakra, they'll see the color indigo or violet. You might see colors. Who knows? Take another full breath. And on your exhalation, come back to center. Take any movements that would feel good or any final poses that would feel good. So maybe a happy baby. Maybe you're near a wall and you want your legs up the wall for Shavasana. I highly support that. But if you're ready, just take your legs, let them go long. Let your arms reach overhead and take a full body stretch. And make one big muscle with your entire body. Point your toes, flex your arms, make fists. Do what you need to do. Make a face, scrunch your face. Open your mouth. Hold it. Hold it. Tighten your abs even. And let it go. Just allow yourself to sink and melt into the floor. Taking this important time to rest. This allows our bodies to absorb the practice, our minds to settle. So just be. This came to my inbox this morning, so I'll share it with you. It's a prayer for graceful crossings as we cross the threshold from summer into fall very soon. In moving from summer sun to autumn glow, Spirit of change, give us hope and courage. In letting go of what we have known, Spirit of change, give us hope and courage. In the shifting patterns of our lives, Spirit of change, give us hope and courage. In embarking on new ventures, Spirit of change, give us hope and courage. In the hope of renewal and a better tomorrow, Spirit of change, give us hope and courage. Stay where you are or begin to invite a deeper breath into your body. Make small movements, wiggling toes and fingers, fluttering your beautiful eyelids open. Maybe you want to roll to one side, transitioning gracefully and slowly. Or maybe you want to rock up and back and forward and come up to a comfortable seat. However you like to transition, whatever serves your soul. Join me in a seat if you like. And let your eyes close. Bring your awareness to that third eye one more time. Notice your posture. Notice your breath. Notice where there might be still some residual tension. Are you holding on anywhere? See if you can let go. Find peace here. As you're ready, take your arms up, reach up above your head, bring your palms together and draw them right down the center. Maybe your thumbs graze your third eye as you draw them down to your heart, coming into prayer, and take a bow. Allow yourself to bow to your own courage, your own tenacity, your own strength. If you tried those dolphin poses, they're not easy. So you might be feeling your shoulders, so I applaud you for that. May you transition well. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.